Huh?
Thanks for waiting.
Yeah. No problem.
First of all, I gotta ask you. Was that your sign that you want to join the dunk contest?
Not at all. Not at all. You will not see 13 in the dunk contest this year.
Is there anything that get you to do it at all? Do it again, I guess.
Nah. That was it was fun when I was young. But during All-Star Week, less is more.
Okay. Was that kind of though like an indication of how good you feel right now physically?
Yeah. My body has been feeling pretty good. Been working a ton to stay healthy and keep it that way. But yeah, I feel good tonight.
Paul, with the performance Tuesday night against the Lakers and then tonight leading throughout, you feel like that's the best two-game stretch you guys have put together this season?
Yes. Best 4-game stretch on the season. We're playing well. Really everything is kind of falling into place at this point. With being healthy and starting to figure out our rotations and I think everybody rhythm and timing.
Hi, Paul. I saw you blew a kiss after the windmill dunk. Like, what did that represent?
That's to my number one supporter, my mom. Blew a kiss to my mom. Usually both of my parents are there. My dad was sitting elsewhere tonight with family. Yeah, it was just I looked up. It was the first person I seen, and obviously my mom is again my backbone. So that was for her in that moment.
This run that you and Kawhi are having together, obviously the team is winning, but you guys are having a really good offensive stretch here. Is that just a product of you guys playing and being healthy together again? Is it that simple?
Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's exactly what it is. Not only are me and Kawhi healthy, but the guys around us are healthy, and everybody's contributing, and just our style of play. We're trusting. However way the game dictates, like who shoots it, we're trusting that process, and so it's showing.
When you're going through these like first 40-some games, you guys have like 4 games fully healthy. Is it how frustrating is that when you know one guy's back and the other goes down, and vice versa? Just how frustrating is that, and how hard is it maybe to see the end of the tunnel, or when you guys could get healthy and playing a little bit better again?
I mean, it's easy to see the light, I guess you're referring to, when you're going through that situation. It's just, adversity. You got to deal with some adversity. The season's not going to be perfect. And, I think us having that mindset that we're going to have to play through some things, I think that's what saved the locker room. Because the locker room never folded. I spoke about that a couple times. The locker room never folded. We never got on one another. There was never chirpiness going on. I think we were just prepared. We were prepared that it's a long season. It's a long year. And our training staff do an amazing job of keeping us healthy and getting us back on the floor. And so, yeah, we just got to stick to, our medical group when things get rough. We got to pick up pieces when guys do go down. We struggled. We went through a tough patch, but back to the beginning of what you were saying about the tunnel, I think we're starting to see the light.
PG, tonight looked like one of those nights where you guys are having more fun than I've seen in a while. Just is that joy starting to come back for everybody? And what are some of the things you've seen through that process in these last 4 games?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. It's all of it is tied together. Like, everything is tied to us being able to play and be on the floor together and do what we signed up to do. And so the joy is just us, everybody being happy and celebrating one another, being at their best. And so it's starting in the locker room and it's working on the court. You see it on the court. The chemistry has been great. And we're enjoying it. We're enjoying being on the floor together.
PG, as good as you guys have played in these last 4 games, how do you want to see you guys be tested, and how do you want to gauge yourselves on this upcoming 6-game trip that's going to be tough?
It's going to be a challenge. It's no night off on any one of these games. But it's a good test. It's a good test. We'll probably play 6 of the playoff teams. I think it's a 6-game road trip, right? Yeah. We'll be tested against 6 playoff teams. We just got to accept the challenge. We're playing well, and that's just what it comes down to. No pressure on it other than to continue to play how we've been playing. We started our streak on the road, came home, picked up 2 good wins, and now it's time to put it together. Again, the road is what we always feel is the best part of it because you get to be together more in longer stints. And so we're looking forward to it.
Paul, I wanted to ask you about Popovich, who I assume you know fairly well over the years. I mean, he's one of the all-time great winners, and the Spurs were always one of the marquee teams in the NBA, I guess, since you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And now to see them where they're at, sink to where they're at, as an NBA veteran, how do you look at that team or teams that go in the direction they have gone?
I mean, I think it's obviously a new coach there. I mean, you lose, the top, power forward, one of the best small forwards. You go down the list of the Hall of Famers that Coach Pop have coached. At some point there's going to be a rebuild, but I think you give credit where credit's due. He's built a dynasty ever since I can remember. And so the fact that he's still, it's a lot of young talent over there. And I think for those guys, it's almost a blessing to be under him and going through this right now because he is one of the best coaches to ever coach this game. And the fact that he's still, coaching and still, teaching the game to the young group that's over there, I think he's still enjoying it, to be honest. He still has a smile over there. He's still enjoying it. He's still coaching. And, hopefully I get a chance to play for him if he's still coaching USA and God, allows it to happen. Hopefully I get a chance to play for him. For USA. I want to make that clear for USA.
Hey, PG, you mentioned even when things were rough, you guys never chirped at each other, you guys never folded. Why is that? Is that just your guys' personalities? Is that because of the trust you and Kawhi have in each other? Most teams would have.
Yeah, it's the trust. It's the trust that me and Y have. It's just the bunch that's together. It's a great group that's together. And I think that really just what it comes down to. Like, everybody enjoys being here, and we have fun here. And, we all take accountability amongst ourselves when things don't go right. So it was never a moment where someone was pointing the finger. Everybody, I think, looked internally of how they can get better and what they can do to kind of pick up the pieces where we were lacking with guys being out. But again, it's tough. The league is very tough, and we were having tough nights. But I think to be honest, I just think everybody understood at some point we're going to get healthy, and at some point we're going to turn the corner. And until then, we just got to play and do what we do while guys are out. And it's really just been that simple.
PG, I apologize if you've already been asked this, but with how jumbled the West is, like 4 through 13 are all like 2 games apart, does that kind of, I guess, in a way, like start the playoff mentality and the playoff push mentally for you guys a little bit faster than it normally would have because of how jumbled everything is right now?
Not necessarily. I think we're in a race and we're just looking straight. To be honest, we're not looking in the rear view. We're looking straight in the race, and where we finish is where we finish. I think for us, of course, we want to lock up a spot. That's first and foremost. But I think if we start looking, then there's a panic mode going on. We just take it one game at a time, and just address the season as it comes. We'll get to where we want to get to, and we like any matchup that we get matched up with. But I've never been someone that looked ahead and looked at the standings to see who's doing what. Because again, we got a group that can play with any team, and so for us, we just got to play the right way and get there, and then from there, anything can happen. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.